Good evening and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. Taking into account that we are about to start the close season for the Queen Conch, we spoke with the commander of the CECIP, who gave us a summary of the illegal fishing seized today.
According to information provided by Rear Admiral Hernando Matos, the Colombian Navy is permanently monitoring in order to prevent the trafficking of protected species as well as those that are closed.
Despite the complex situation we are living in Old Providence Island, where we are making a great effort with our units, we have not stopped working on the protection of this area of the country for fishing in Colombia. We have permanently with our ships are making presence throughout the Colombian maritime territory, precisely preventing foreign countries to make the illegal exploitation of our resources and also protecting those species that in some way or another may be in danger of extinction by indiscriminating fishing in these sectors.
To date, more than 4 tons of illegal fishing have been seized so far this year of 2021.
This year, we have an important record in the fight against illegal fishing. We have already seized 4.6 tons this year, of which 3.8 tons correspond to Queen Conch. Now that the fishing close season begins, we will be even more vigilant of this species, protecting this important resource for the fishermen themselves.
Let's remember that the fishing close season for the Queen Conch starts next June 1st and will last until October 31st.
And as a commitment to the empowerment of women in cultural practices, the launch of the Design and Memory Project in San Andres and Old Providence took place this afternoon. A project that had the support of Dr. Juliana Marquez Toro, mother of President Iván Duque.
This project aims to formalize the design and costume-making sector in the territory, position these trades as a fundamental artistic and cultural practice, and generate jobs, income, and productive linkage in the island. During the launching ceremony, it was announced the provision of supplies for the dressmaking school that seeks to invite women with experience in the field of dressmaking and permanent residents in the island to participate in the training and production process of traditional dance costumes, which will take place between June and September in the islands. The Minister of Culture emphasized that this is an excellent opportunity for women of the department.
The end is in the making of a room of space. That is the means for women, for families to find new opportunities and to make it viable and sustainable. Therefore, requires a continuous and sustainable commitment by all those involved through staying linked in an emotional way.
The Secretary of Culture, with gratitude and satisfaction, thanked all those involved for making this project a reality.
This is really a dream because I know that many of our young people, perhaps our elders, our adults, I don't know, but one day they will have said, why not have a class where they can learn the traditional knowledge of sewing? I know they have already said it, and today it is a reality because we are starting this great project.
For the development of this project, the invitation for women of legal age with experience and a trajectory in sewing sector, the closing date for the call will be June 4th of 2021.
And in other news, the Ministry of Science will support 10,000 women with study and employment from the framework of science, technology, and innovation. Let's see.
Ministry of Science, in alliance with the Organization of the Ibero-American States, announced the implementation of the first program in Colombia with a differential approach called More Women, More Science, More Equity, which seeks to encourage scientific vocation for women in technical, technological, or undergraduate training in all the areas of knowledge. The program aims to contribute to closing gaps and has an investment amounting to 17,500 million pesos.
Creemos y confiamos que la manera.
We believe and trust that the way the program is designed will allow us not only to work from basic training, but also to build those links and those platforms that will allow them to conclude a life project. Because there is a world of impossibilities for women, a world of limitations, built by a society that does not allow us to build from this field of vocation, from engineering, mathematics, a life project. Therefore, this program has that aim, where we can leave a legacy as a country, as a nation, to other countries in Latin America, in which to educate a woman is to educate a whole society.
This program will be implemented in 2 phases and will benefit young Colombian women between 18 and 28 years of age. Priority will be given to women from the following population groups: Indigenous, Black, Afro-Racial Palenquero, and Rom, women with disabilities, victims of the armed conflict, and those belonging to the CISBEN A, B, and C. Registration will be open until the 30th of July on the Ministry of Science website.
And the work on the Lovers Lane Bridge is progressing by 40%. This project that brings a new design in plastic, wood, and metal structure will join once again the islands of Old Providence and Santa Catalina.
Teleislas News visited the project of the Lovers Lane Bridge between Old Providence and Santa Catalina, where most of the piles have already been placed. However, the work has been delayed for some days due to the national strike.
En cuanto al avance de obra, pues les comentaba el 40% y
As for the progress of the work, it is at 40%. And we are also waiting for the telepheric, some aggregate materials for the concrete and cement to arrive. But due to the strike in Colombia, it has been impossible to receive these materials.
In spite of the lack of these elements, the work is already 40% advanced. The process will continue on the second phase.
vamos a empezar en este momento a...
At this moment, we are going to start assembling the header beams, which are the ones that join the piles. These header beams are made of 5,000-pound concrete, and the structures will rest on them. All the piles are already in place and have reinforcing steel, except in Santa Catalina, where 6 piles are needed because the equipment that was driving and placing the baskets collapsed.
To continue driving the missing piles between the two islands, they are expecting for the tide to go up. This work, with an investment of more than 14,000 million pesos, is expected to be completed by the end of November.
Social Prosperity will be advancing the enrollment process of the Familias en Acción program in the municipality of Old Providence, aimed at families in poverty and extreme poverty, targeted based on CISBEN 4.
92 families of Old Providence will be included in the program of Familias en Acción by the Department of Social Welfare. This enrollment process will begin on June 1st in the municipality at the Social Development Tent located at the airport.
Hemos tenido, digamos, el contacto y el acercamiento con él.
We've had contact and approach with the mayor and have sent him a list of 92 families that will be enrolled in this new phase. But we must clarify that it is a closed call. That is why we have already sent him this closed list of 92 holders.
Familias en Acción is one of the first programs that works with the new CISBEN 4 system.
Hablando en términos generales, ese sistema que veníamos trabajando.
Generally speaking, the system we had been working with, which was CISBEN 3, expired on March 16th. However, a transition period has been given, but effectively, not only family programs, but all government programs are going to work based on the new CISBEN 4 classification methodology.
The families summoned must comply with the following requirements.
Los requisitos son básicamente tres. Uno,
The requirements are basically 3. First, the families must already be surveyed under the CISBEN 4 methodology. Second, the surveyed family must be in a range between A1 and B4. And third, there must be minors in the family.
Up to this moment, they have already been informing the holders who will enroll in this phase. It is requested that the documentation to be submitted by these families be very legible. It is important to note also that the 92 families were assigned prior to Hurricane Iota.
Ponte al día con tu técnico mecánica. Ten presente la fecha de vencimiento de este. Haciéndolo proteges tu vida y la de los demás. En la vía abraza la vida. Una campaña de la Agencia Nacional de Seguridad Vial y el Ministerio de Transporte.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. The women's beach handball teams continues its preparation on the beaches of Spratby. Under the command of coach Jonathan Rubio, the women's handball team continues its preparation on the beaches of Spratby, with the view to represent the archipelago in the next national qualifying tournament to be held in San Andres in June. This is what the players told us.
With the practice and tournament will come in the 23rd of June till the 26th of June. It will be a classificatory that will be representing right here in San Andres, and we did by the hand by the Prof. Rubio. Him is practicing us to represent San Andres.
Emma Rodriguez also commented.
We practice with discipline to defend the titles from last year.
The players of this team are very committed to this training, seeking to represent and defend the titles obtained in previous years, as stated by Smith and Rodriguez. And this is all in sports for tonight. We will see you on another broadcast. We continue with Millicent.
Thank you, Victor. Cuídate y cuida a los demás en las vías. En la vía, abraza la vida. No tomes mientras manejes. Ministerio de Transporte y la Agencia Nacional de Seguridad Vial les envía este mensaje.